Hey guys, welcome to Fireteam Base. This is Reaper and I'm here with Beez. Today we're talking about The Walking Dead Season 8 premiere, Episode 1.
Sorry, I got a little too ahead of myself there. What's up, Reap? You ready for this?
Not much, Beez, man. I'm excited too. I love me some Walking Dead. I'm ready to talk it.
From the first time I laid eyes on the show, I know I was gonna be watching it forever.
Or at least till it got shitty.
Well, luckily that hasn't happened yet. So, first episode in the books for season 8. Give us the breakdown. What do you like? What did you not like?
Well, I felt like, unlike Season 7's opener, where they had a lot of explosive action and everything, a lot of heavy consequences in the beginning, I feel like in this episode they've just been building. And I feel like they're building up towards most of the season that is going to be this all out war that they've been advertising for a while. I thought it was kind of slow, to be honest. I didn't think they revealed a whole lot in there, but I liked it. I thought it was okay. I thought there were a couple good action scenes in there, and I thought it was a decent way to kick off the season. What about you? What were your takeaways?
I'm not gonna lie, man. I was anxious like the whole episode. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if a big name was gonna get killed off right away, which, in my opinion, would have helped the ratings slash story out a little more. But I liked it overall, man. Um, I think they could have done a little bit of a better job with the whole trying to kill Negan part. I felt like Rick really could have
Oh,
he really could have had his, the story would have been done right there, you know what I mean, towards the end. But of course they got to keep it going. Negan is a really great character. I haven't seen anyone this great since the governor, and he was a total asshole. So
my question is, when did Rick become a stormtrooper? Because he's shooting like one of them out there. He had about 1,000 chances to shoot Negan and all of his lieutenants. Like you said, story was over. Wrap it. It's done. But no, he and his MP5 or whatever that was he was carrying were all over the place. Not one of those guys even got hit.
I'm
Maybe
sit
Negan got tagged in the arm or something like that.
Yeah, no, man, I'm sitting there, I'm yelling, "What the hell?" Like, I would have freaking hit him right there. First of all, I thought he went back into the warehouse when all the shooting started. I didn't know he fell down, so I kind of missed that. That's why I was like, what the hell is he doing on the ground? Why the hell isn't he dead? You have freaking 30 people shooting at him, and they're too busy shooting at the freaking windows where I didn't even see anyone return fire, but that's besides the point. They were all excited to be shooting glass and doing something. But I solid debut. Like I said, I wish they would have had a little surprise there with somebody getting killed off. But the what would you call this little trifecta group? We got to give them a name. What would you call them? Like the saviors versus what, the survivors or something?
I'd say that's probably fair. Survivors. It's basically just a bunch of groups teaming up together. If you're not quite familiar with where the show is at, it's all of the season 7 groups come together uh, to basically take on Negan and his group of saviors, or as they call themselves. I thought they had a good build up to it with like the attack on the guards and how they
Yeah,
have the man inside. I think his name was that Dwight? Is that his
yeah.
name?
Dwight with the half burnt face, looking like
The
Dark Man.
burned face. That's right. Yeah, I thought they had a good build up to it with Rick taking on that one guy and then leaving him for the walker and everything. But like you said, really the action scene kind of let me down. That was very Hollywood, very departed from reality. Where if that had happened in real life, everyone up there would have been Swiss cheese.
Yeah, and okay, let's talk about the ending real quick. Now, last I saw, Father Gabriel was in the same little trailer as Negan, and all the walkers are surrounding him. Now, when the camera's panning out to show all the walkers walking to the little trailer, was it just me, or did you hear 3 gunshots at the end there?
I didn't notice that, but I will say this: Gabriel better be out of ammo in that trailer, otherwise I might check out on the season entirely because he could just totally wrap this entire season up. First off, Negan's gonna announce, "Hey, I'm here. I hope you got your shitting pants on." Okay, all right, that's great.
Yeah, no.
Anyone in their right mind would have attacked him there. You would not just sit back and try to work together or anything like that. Another one of my not favorite parts. And then just going further, I didn't like all the flash forwards to Rick as an old man. Part of what makes The Walking Dead so good is the tension on you're not sure who's ever going to make it through, and the fact that they're showing him in the future, seeing Michonne there and his kids and everything. I did not like that they've kind of basically proved to you who's already moving through to the next part of the story.
I kind of like you bringing that up because I saw it in a different light. I kind of saw that as him imagining what the future would be like, not necessarily it being the future. Just because if you look, everyone is still the same age except for Judith. I mean, Michonne looks like she hasn't aged another day. I actually don't remember seeing Carl, but yeah,
I
man, I
think
don't
they
know.
kept him off camera on purpose to try to hide, his actual age. And Rick was definitely older. The child was definitely older. I'll agree with you. Michonne didn't look too much older, but at least for the most part, they've showed that those characters. I would guess at this point are probably safe. Maybe they take it another direction, but if they do follow through with that being a flash forward and it's future Rick remembering all this, that's just poor writing on on my part. I don't think there's any real excuse for it.
Okay, before we move on to next week's episode, I have to ask you, do you think there's any chance that the junkyard people are going to help Negan out? Or if they were just like mercenaries in that situation at the season 7 finale where they turned on Rick? And also, I call these women the Amazonians, those women that hang out in the forest. Do you think they're going to come out and help the survivors too?
No, I think they're going to help Negan. I think Negan's going to need to army up after a lot of his guys get wrecked by the horde that they steered into their group. Governor style.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you're going to see the Amazons and maybe the junkyard folk kind of team up with Negan here, and that'll really begin the all-out war, if I had to guess.
I gotta say though, my favorite part of the season 8 premiere, Rick's quote.
Oh, you're gonna make me count.
Dude, I was
Oh, I
like,
love that
when
too.
he said
That was
that,
the
I
most
was, I
badass part.
lost it. I lost it. I was like, oh, hell no. He just said that. That is totally, that's like reverse psychology, using Negan on Negan there. I would have, if I was Negan when he said
Definitely.
that, I would have shit my pants.
Not to mention, I love that he just opened fire at 7. You were expecting him to get all the way down close to 1 or whatever, and just that high
Uh,
tension. But he gets to 7, and he's just like, "All right, that's enough," and just goes crazy with the MP5. Of course, not hitting anything, going full stormtrooper, but it's the thought that counts, I guess.
yes.
It was a good intimidation tactic too.
Okay, apart from Negan, who is the next character you want to see go? And either in a bad way or a quick way.
Eugene in the worst kind of way. He is just annoying, and I spent seasons talking him up, like, oh, he'll have this arc where he comes around. No, it's time. Write him off. Feed him
Yeah,
to the walkers.
I actually totally agree with that. Eugene is, out of everything he has done, the only thing the only thing that he's actually done is keep a mullet throughout the last, 3 or 4 seasons that he's
And
been in. So
that's exactly what I find unforgivable. For that reason alone, feed him to the walkers.
exactly, man. I can't wait till next week. What do you think? What are your thoughts on what might happen on the next episode of The Walking Dead?
I think they're going to take it a different direction. They showed a little bit of Morgan and his group preparing an attack on the little satellite dish base that Negan and his group have. I think they're going to spend a lot of time exploring what goes on with those characters, and then maybe we get a little bit more of future Rick. But beyond that, at least the way The Walking Dead has been going, they've kind of been segmenting their stories. I think most of it'll stay with them.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, that satellite was attacked at the end of season 6 / beginning of season 7. Correct? That's the same one.
Correct. Yes, I think it's just a supply base that they've just reused or repopulated after Rick's gang kind of cleared them out there.
Alrighty. Do you think there's any chance that the communities are going to work together to kind of create just one big one, or do you think they're going to stay separated like that? Because Rick said after this was all over that he plans on following Maggie.
I think it's probably going to be separate, I guess, places, but all one group. They may trade back and forth and everything, but I think they'll all be allied, like the Kingdom and Rick's group and the Hilltop. I think they'll all come together to actually be one big group, but I don't think they'll all be living under one roof. I think they're going to be almost like a more benevolent version of Negan.
Alrighty, and last but not least, the Fire Team Base official rating. Reaper, what you got this episode rated at?
I'm going to give it a 5.5. It had some high points, like where Rick had his standoff with Negan, but there was a lot of unforgivable stuff in there. A lot of poor storytelling and just a lot of unrealistic stuff going on. I'll say it's mediocre.
All right, and with that, I'm going to give it a 6.9 myself. I really hate these episodes where it's building you up, building you up, building you up, building you up, only for about 15 to 10 minutes of actual action. You know, sometimes I feel like some of these seasons don't have anything more but an hour worth of action combined with all the episodes. But I did like the end. I did like the direction they're heading. I would like to see Maggie as the leader and Rick kind of take a step back and be like, all right, young guns, it's your time to shine. I've been carrying this group since episode 2. And yeah, I think it's heading in the right direction. I just want to see Negan's head on a stick, and I want to see Carl chopping it off with Michonne's machete. Say that 3 times fast. All right, and that concludes our review of Season 8, Episode 1, the premiere of The Walking Dead. Like and subscribe to our channel.
And let us know down in the comments what you think is going to happen in the next episode.
And that's it for Fire Team Base. He's out. Slack. Yeah.
Keep reaping, guys.